So I centerfuge. Then I have this filter after the centerfuge, which is apparently controversial and you don't need to do it, no matter what. But when you see when I run this, it builds up pressure. Right now it's at 20 psi. Now it's at 40 psi. And the pump is running extremely slow. About a third of the volume. So, let me change the filter. So the lid is spun off. There's the oil still in there, so it's going to be kind of messy. Here's what a new filter looks like. So 1 micron absolute. And here's what an old filter looks like. There's this. If you ever wondered how these work, it basically pushes oil through the top. This bag gets pressed up against the screen, which fits inside this canister, and then the clean oil gets pushed out the bottom. So these are really good because the entire pressurizes it, so the entire filter bag gets used not just by gravity, more by pressure. I'm going to set this down for a second. So this filter probably still has life left because you can get through it, and it is able to gravity feed, but you can see how hard they are to change. So pull it out and still overflow, still dripping oil out the bottom. So you have to hold it here until it drains all the way out. It's about halfway. Sometimes I'll set these in a bucket and reprocess whatever's in here just so I can get the filter out quicker. But you can see it's pretty dirty. Also, when pumping from this 55-gallon drum, to empty the whole drum out when it's about at 40 psi, that could take about 20-25 minutes to do. Oh look, my dog came out to say hello. Hi, Haya. Say hi. Say hi. Hi, greasers. Say hello. Say hello. So put the bag over here. My just poured in some mold oil for all you on the internet who eat French fries and don't do veggie oil greasing yet. This is the stuff that's in your food cooking. It's pretty nasty, but you can see this bag, it's still pretty full. I'll just let it slowly leak through there. Actually, I'll just pour it out. This oil has already been heated and settled and centrifuged, so you can see like the difference in quality. Pretty much golden. Doesn't look like that when you start. This bag is pretty black. I'm going to flip it inside out so you can see all the stuff it caught. Alright, here's my dissection of the bag. You cannot flip them inside out. It is impossible. But I did take a knife to it and slice it open. A very dull knife, clearly. It's pretty bad. I mean, I don't actually see any particles, but the fact is that bag got up to 40 psi in that canister. I usually change it at like 30 psi just because it gets so slow to pump out of that drum. But that's it, man. So does it need to have a filter after the centrifuge? Not required. Does it get a lot of stuff that your centrifuge didn't? And I run it 6 gallons an hour, so I think it does good work. So here's the canister that sits inside there. This actually has some stuff in it that even got through the 1 micron. You can see these holes are even plugged up. So that's the stuff that got through 1 micron that's accumulated over time. That last bag I got about 1,000 gallons through. It costs $15 a bag. So $15 for 1,000 gallons I think is worth it. I'm going to try to set my phone down and see if I can show you how to put the new bags in. My phone is now on my bench vise, so hopefully you can see this. Take the new bag and fold it in half. And just slide it down in there. You don't have to worry about it seating on the walls. It has this lip around the top, and that'll make a seal with the canister, so the main goal is just to get it in there. Put your hand inside of it and kind of force it down. Open it up. Once you get it like that, you're good. And then I'll put it back in. Once you get it in there, it's still not all the way down in that strainer. That's alright, you can see the seal it makes right here. And just press it down. And the worst part is sometimes you gotta actually put your hand down in there and get it so it seats all the way down. Now it's seated. Here's where the oil comes in. Gets pressed down through that bag, through the strainer, and then it comes back out the bottom. There's my line coming back out. And the lid is back on, so flip on my switch here for my filter pump. When we see it going, it's not even riding at 5 psi right now. And there's the flow now. Using the full 1-inch pipe now. Close this, and it starts pumping out to my truck. That's it. Now this whole drum will pump out in probably about 4 minutes or so instead of about 20 minutes, which is nice too. But now I have a new filter in there that's good for about another 1,000 gallons, and I'm just using a little Harbor Freight 1-inch clear water pumps. So overall, you can tell it did clog up. It did get a lot of stuff in there. I think it's just an extra added safety step and ensures that your filter on your truck has to do less work. Do you have to get one of these blue canisters and all that? Probably not. They're pretty expensive. I had it for my old setup when I was doing just the gravity feed bags and no centerfuge, so I still had it, so I used it. But you can get the water filtering setup, something like that, but I would recommend you probably put a 5 micron bag in there. You might not get as much, but definitely there are things that are bigger than 1 micron after my centerfuge. So that's it. Enjoy.